who deserves to lead the prayers?
The person with more knowledge of the deen.
Right. So why did the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, when he was ill, when he couldn't get up from his bed, whom did he appoint as Imam?
Probably Abu Bakr. I don't know.
Not probably, definitely.
Definitely.
But
Okay.
why, if Ali was the door to knowledge, why did he
That's
give
right.
the option to Abu Bakr as-Siddiq radiallahu anhu? Okay, let me ask you something.
Yes.
Did Ali radiallahu anhu,
Yes.
did he give bayat to the Khalif? Khulafa Rashidin, you know, the three Khalifs before him.
That's right.
Did he give bayat to them?
He did not, but he when he
Yes, yes.
he did give bayat to them. Yes, he did give bayat.
Okay, now why would
But
he
at the
give
same
bayat
time,
if they're not pure?
Exactly. No. I completely understand. I completely understand what you're saying. But at the time, I think Ali alayhi salam at the time found fit that it will divide the ummah if he doesn't. In a sense, I will personally think, because what explains that is the fact that he went into silence for 25 years later.
You know, one of the things that
He went into-
a Muslim will never do is for the sake of unity. He will not
Shake
go,
the wrong hand.
He will never go against the Sharia. I'll give you an example of the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him. You know, when the Quraysh came to him, and they told him, give up saying La ilaha illallah, give up Tawheed.
They put the stone on his churches.
Hear me out. They, you know, they came with this. Yeah, that was Bilal. That was
Bilal, that was-
exactly.
that was-
So the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, you know how he responded to that? He said, if you give me the sun in one hand and the moon in the other hand,
yes.
I will never stop saying La ilaha illallah. So a true messenger or a true Khalif or a true believer in Allah will never
So
give up
do you
his
think
deen
Ali
for the
alayhi
sake
salam
of-
would have given bay'at to the Muawiyah and the Yazid
No,
at
no.
the time if he was
So,
alive?
Hold on. Now you change the goalpost from the Khalifs who are the Khulafa Rashidin.
So now you're saying there is two lines of Khalifas.
Okay, wait a minute.
There is the saint,
You mentioned
there's the pure
specifically
ones and
Abu-
there's non-pure ones.
Hold on. You mentioned Abu Bakr, Umar, or Uthman.
That's right.
I responded accordingly.
That's
Now
right.
you have changed the goalpost to Muawiyah radiallahu anhu.
Okay, but that's the
we
next
still,
one.
we still respect them. They're still Muslims. We don't deny that. Like I said, Muslims do make mistakes. Muslims do commit sins. However, you cannot
But you
say-
have a guna, saghira and kabira. You think killing the Prophet is the grandchild of the Prophet?
Who killed the grandchild?
The political establishment at the time.
Yeah, so whoever did it will get the punishment.
was the Khalifa. So that's what I'm saying. Doesn't that raise a question? Doesn't that question?
By the way, look, if anyone kills the grandchildren or anyone among the Muslims, anyone, I'm not saying just the grandchildren. You know, there was another hadith where he says that if you kill one person, one Muslim,
That's right.
yes, it is far worse than anyone destroying the Kaaba itself. Yes? So in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the value of a Muslim is greater than even the Kaaba, the building. Because it's a building, you can always rebuild it, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yes. And so look, for me the standard is always the same. Anyone who commits murder unjustly of anyone, whether it's Ahlul Bayt or someone else who's a Muslim, then Allah will deal with that person in the same manner as another murderer.
Absolutely.
Yes. So we are consistent in our aqidah, in our viewpoint.
So why
as well.
don't you, the same way that you praise the Khalifa before?
Brother, we say,
why don't
when we
you
say
condemn
Ali,
the
what do we say?
Khalifas that
Radiallahu
committed-
anhu.
No, but
Okay?
I'm saying, why don't you condemn the Muawiyahs, the ones that committed the sins? So you're saying the other Khalifas were pure in the sense that Ali gave him bay'at. Why don't you then, Muawiyah that killed Ali's sons, why don't you not condemn him? Why they not be, from the Sunni perspective, why is the Muawiyah and his
Who is Ali's son who was killed by Muawiyah?
Hassan and Hussein earlier?
You think Muawiyah killed them?
No, but it was
This was in the time of Yazid. They are changing history now.
No.
Subhanallah. You know, this is the hatred.
No.
of
It's not about.
so-called
Maybe
Shia.
it's my lack of. No. Please don't take it all together.
No, brother.
My lack
wait.
of knowledge.
The way you're saying it so confidently means you have been.
No.
You have been hearing things.
I'm not been
Unfortunately,
hearing
yeah.
things. No. I thought that
said,
Yazid was.
Look, my perspective, whether it's
Yazid
Yazid
was the
or
son of
Muawiyah
Muawiyah, no?
or anyone else, I said my standard is the same.
Yes.
If someone unjustly kills another Muslim,
I understand,
then
but why
that
don't
person,
you condemn him? This is what I'm trying
Whom
to say.
are you talking about now?
Yazid. Why is
Okay,
Yazid
I
not
can-
being condemned in the Sunni
the way
community?
Yazid,
Why is Yazid not being
actually
condemned?
he is condemned. I don't think any Muslim here will say that he's not condemned. He's condemned for his acts which were unjust. And I'm telling you, our standard has been
And
the
did
same.
that not change the
Now-
shape
now
of
let me
history
ask you
and the
something.
direction
Let
of
me ask you
Islam
something.
and how the leadership of Islam went
You
forward?
obviously come from a Shia background. Why do you guys insult the Khulafa Rashidin? Now
That's
answer
a
the
wrong
question.
thing. That's a wrong thing.
Do you condemn those people
Absolutely, I
who
do.
insult
They were
the Quran
the companions.
and Aisha radiallahu
They were the
Mu'minun.
companions. They were the companions of our prophets. They fought alongside of our prophets, and they are in a very high place in my perspective.
So leaving politics aside.
Yes,
okay,
that's right.
Who deserved to be the Caliph after the Prophet?
As far as I know, our prophet from in the time of Hijrat has raised Ali alayhi salam's hand in the time of Hijrat and said, I am the door, I am the door to heaven, and
door to knowledge.
Door to knowledge.
Don't choose.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Brother,
You
don't
have to
choose.
correct it. Yes, and he raised this and indirectly. No, I'm not saying
Okay,
that the Shia that directly.
let me
Muhammad raised Ali's hand and he said, "This is my successor."
No, he never said my successor. No, please.
Indirectly.
Stop doing that. Stop doing
I'm saying
Even
it
indirectly he did not. I'll tell you what. I'll give you. You know, according to the Muslims, who deserves to lead your prayers?
the person with most knowledge of the deen.
Right. So why did the Prophet, peace and blessing be upon him, when he was ill, when he couldn't get up from his bed, whom did he appoint as Imam?
Probably Abu Bakr. I don't know.
Not probably, definitely.
Definitely.
Good.
Okay.
Why, if Ali was the door to knowledge, why did he
That's
give
right.
the option to Abu Bakr as-Siddiq radiallahu anhu?
I think that was the political wisdom of our Prophet.
Political?
So, yeah, no,
So you're saying now the
Because-
Prophet is playing politics?
No, absolutely. Listen,
I said
Ummah-
leave politics aside.
No. Your Prophet used to send political letters.
My Prophet?
to our Prophet. It's not a thing. It's our Prophet.
Habibi,
My
you want
Prophet-
something?
No, I'm good. Listen.
Get him a
أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدا رسول الله وأشهد أن عليا حجة الله. But listen to this, my brother. What I'm saying to you, our Prophet used to send political letters to other.
They were not political. They
Of
were also
course, they were
religious.
also religious, but in a political
What was in the
sense.
letter? Do you know?
Yes, to come to invite them to our deen.
How is that political? That's being. Come to our deen means
Yeah, I
religious.
understand. So why didn't he approach the leadership of their religion?
No.
Why did they go
But why
to the,
did you change
to the
the
king?
topic
No,
when
you
I
should
asked
have
about-
gone to the. You should have. You think? No, bear with me a second. No, I'm trying to put a point across. You think our prophet at the time didn't know that in Ethiopia there's a religious leader that I could send a letter to the religious leader? Why did he send it to the king?
No, he sent to Ethiopia as well.
No, but why did he send it to the king of Ethiopia, not to the religious figure of Ethiopia?
The reason is because the king was the religious leader as well. At that time,
There was, well,
Let me-
you might
can I answer the way I-
correct me.
can I
I'm not a
answer-
historian.
I know.
Someone
Let
has
me
to
correct
correct
you
me.
well.
Yes.
Okay.
So you're saying,
unlike, listen, even here in England, there was.
I give you a live
Let me
example. Yes, go on.
Let me finish.
Yes.
Even over here, the church and the state were one entity before. The Pope, whatever he says, that was the king. Give him something.
But the king,
So at one point, when the church was not divided, there used to be one entity with the state. So the leaders of the church were actually the leaders, along with the king. They used to rule together in the sense that whatever the church would say, they had to.
but the
fight.
ultimate word was with the king.
Let me finish. No, it
The
wasn't.
religious figures were in the back
It wasn't.
rooms.
They
were
had
in the
to.
back
The
rooms.
only way they could have a say without the church, if they disconnected, like the way Henry VIII did. Henry VIII, you heard of him?
Yes, of course, and they overpowered.
You know why he separated?
The religious figures? No.
Okay, I'll tell you why he separated. According to the Catholics, so the Pope was the leader. According to the Catholics, he cannot divorce. Now, one of his queens.
I'm sorry, it's very knowledgeable stuff, but I just don't want us to go away from the
But
topic.
I'm telling you why
We're
they were
going
together.
far off from topic.
No, it's not.
We're
It's
going
the
far
same
off
thing.
from topic.
I'm showing you the power of the church or the religious establishment.
Yeah, but my
along
question
with the
to you
king.
was something
So
else
the only
completely.
way he actually could get a divorce is when he separated from the church. And then it became the Church of England.
Yes.
So this is the history of this country.
Right.
The same thing applied back then when many of the churches, many of the religious establishment, they were along with the monarchy together.
That's
now
right.
coming back to the first point I said, you agreed, I don't know if you agreed or disagreed, the reason the Prophet, peace and blessing be upon him, allowed Abu Bakr as-Siddiq radiallahu anhu to lead the prayers means he's the Imam. You know what an Imam means?
That's right, of course.
It's
Yes.
just not just one who leads a prayer. He's actually the leader in that community as well.
Yes.
So whom did the Prophet, peace and blessing be upon him,
I don't have an
appoint?
issue with that.
No, you do actually, because when I asked you,
I don't.
Who is fit to be the Caliph after the Prophet peace be upon him? You mentioned Ali.
So because
and then it's put Ali. He's one of our Khulafa Rashidin.
So because our prophet
He's
was
the Prophet's
so
descendant.
because of our prophet was ill for 2 weeks and he let Abu Bakr lead the prayers. You're
That's
saying
the
that he
sign.
has.
That's a sign
So
of
I can give
of
you another
Imam.
10 different signs of
Imam.
Ali alayhi
Okay,
salam.
give me the time of the Prophet peace be upon him when Ali radiallahu anhu was preferred over the other countries. Go on.
In what sense? In sense of leadership,
In sense of leadership, yes.
right?
Give me an example. You don't have one.
No, it's not. I'm not trying
The
to.
only
listen.
leadership he had was on the back of
I
him
came
when
to
he used
you.
go
Bear
and
with me a
fight.
second.
Because he was a
I
good
came to you
fighter as well.
firstly. Before this crowd gathered around us,
Yeah.
I came to you as a student firstly. Please bear that in mind.
Fine.
Yeah,
I'm a
I
student
came to you as a
myself.
student,
I learned.
and I've come to learn. So I probably don't know my own sect of Islam in full.